AM 1430 KRGI 105.5 FM. Good morning. I'm Brian Gallagher. We have a guest online. An old friend, Adam Jurgens, is now the new business developer for Hamilton Information Systems. We're going to talk about business phone systems, managed IT, and a lot more. Hey, dude, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So Hamilton's in the business of helping other businesses in this area with their technology solutions. Now, there's a lot that goes into that. So there can be some confusion. What is it that makes the Hamilton approach so effective?
I am going to let a couple of our customers and potential customers speak to that because I had two different people this week say the same phrase to me. And they said, "Thank you for being honest." And I think that says a lot about the experience with us and kind of how it can be when you're in IT and technology stuff. It is easy for folks in this world to kind of take advantage of folks because it's so complex and it's hard for a business owner or manager to really understand some of the complexities of it. And so unfortunately for some folks, when they ask to buy a phone system or IT services or security services, it is easy to kind of pull the wool over someone or just say, yeah, you need to buy this or that. That's the only way it'll work. And a lot of times that's just not true. And so what we like to do is come in with businesses and we'll talk about all the systems and services that you could need, but we really spend a lot of time just sitting down with the business owner or manager and saying, tell us about your business and what are your needs and what are the pain points and what can we solve today? And then how can we build towards the future? And that might mean not spending as much money now or keeping something that you've had for a long time because it is still functional and still getting the job done. But that's just our approach, is having an open and honest conversation with you and telling you how things work and saying, here it is, this is how we can get it done. And that's, if you'd like to do that, we'll help you do that. So it's pretty laid back, but at the end of the day, it's honest. So you at least feel like you've been told how it is and how it should go. And that's important to us. And I think that's not only because it's the way we like to do business, but because we're local.
So if they need connection options, if they need some flexibility, perhaps, they're able to still get that, find out exactly what their needs are. But what might be the real cherry on top is you can keep it local and get answers locally and get solutions locally.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I'll let somebody else make the comment that means a lot. I was at our first conference convention in over a year yesterday. And of course, wearing masks and being socially distant, but nice to be around some folks again. And I actually had a competitor of ours that is from a different town. They're from Omaha. And they said, hey, we had somebody call us. And eventually they decided to go with you guys. And he said, you know what? We're happy that they did because the local provider is always the better option. And it just is because we're able to serve you quicker, easier. That's obvious because we're here. But it also, it means a little bit more to us because, again, kind of goes to the honesty thing. If we sell you something that doesn't work, if we don't take care of you that well, I got to see you at the grocery store. I got to see you at the golf course and church and school and all those things. So, it's important to do things and do things the right way, not only because we want to do it that way, but because we're from here as well. And we're in this community together. So we want to do that for you. Something that we've seen a lot of folks take advantage of recently is our hosted phone services, where kind of move from those old phone systems to the VoIP world, if you will. And so that one's a really complex one to navigate. And we've been helping a lot of local businesses navigate those phone systems because, with COVID and everything that we've been doing, video chat online and with Teams and everything, we still get business done over the phone. And so a lot of people have seen some importance in that or wanting to explore all the options that we have in the phone world. So that's been a lot of fun, helping businesses out and then being able to see that locally and have folks come up to us, like I said, at school, the golf course, at the grocery store, and say, man, I love that stuff you installed. It's working so great.
Adam Jurgens is the new business developer for Hamilton Information Systems, and he's been talking about some of the different options, and there are many, but they help you sort through those. So as people think, okay, maybe it's time for me to take that next step, what's the number one thing you want people to know about that next step?
Never feel afraid to take it. Never feel like you need to get more information, that you need to look at some other stuff first. If you want to chat about it, and even if it's now's not the right time, but you want to start the discussion, we're absolutely always ready to do that. Give us a call, 308-381-1000. Go to the website, hamiltonisbusiness.com, and just start talking with us. We'd love to start the journey with you.
Adam Jurgens, new business developer for Hamilton Information Systems. Always a pleasure. Stay safe.
Good to talk to you.